Harav Uziel once wrote in a famous letter that the Jewish people do not yearn for a selfish redemption. We don't yearn for a Geulah that is only good for the Jews. I know you hear some people talk about the Mashiach, they talk about the redemption. It sounds like the Jews are going to become the master race and the rest of the world. It's a very, very, they're not juvenile, they're very scary things. I hear people speak, very scary things that some Jewish people might believe in. Harav Uziel tells us, the prophet says, Ukratem duror lechol haaretz. We call out for freedom to the whole world. Our Torah, when executed properly in the Jewish people, will not just be good for us, it will be good for the rest of the world. There are many people who say that the laws of the Torah are ethical, they're moral, we're the most moral people, ethical people. I view all of those people as racists. I don't believe, and I'm sorry if I'm going to hurt anyone now, that we are the most ethical or moral people in the world. I can introduce you to some Jews that will help prove my point. I don't believe that we were given a monopoly on being the best human beings on earth. Our rabbis tell us, Chokhmah bagoyim ta'amin. If you see wisdom among the nations of the world, believe that there's wisdom there. Learn from that wisdom. Torah bagoyim al ta'amin. But if you wish to tell me that there is Torah in the nations of the world, that you can't believe. Torah, the connection to the creator of the universe, the way through which an individual, a nation, a world can connect to the divine, we believe we were given the tools, the guide, the way to do that on Har Sinai. Not just for the Jewish people, but for the whole world. You know, the Kuzari and the Zohar have a little bit of an argument over which body part the Jewish people represent in the world. One says that we're the mind of the world. The other says that we are the heart of the world. In both of them, the analogy is clear. We are a vital organ. We exist to give blood or to give thought, to give to the world. We also are useless when we exist on our own. What is a brain without a head? What is a heart without a body? What is the purpose of Am Yisrael if there are no nations of the world to be in this world with us? What happens when you start poking people's brains or poking people's hearts? The worst things can happen to a body when that happens. All we have wanted, says the Rambam in the laws of Mashiach, is to return back to our homeland, to involve ourselves in Torah, to build a Beit HaMikdash. For which purpose? To serve not just ourselves, but the nations of the world. Because we're not the smartest people in the world. We're not the best Nobel Prize. When I hear other things Jews brag about. We're not the most ethical people. Confucius might have been an ethical man also. There could have been popes in Rome that were beautifully ethical people. We don't have a monopoly on that. The one thing HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us is the roadmap to guide ourselves and the whole world to a better, deeper, closer relationship with the creator of the universe. And that's what we have for the world. But we can't do it until we at least bring it back to ourselves. And when we bring it out to ourselves, we can become, what did the prophet say? A light unto the nations, an or l'goyim. What does that mean? You can't possibly be a lighthouse if your light bulb is broken. You can't possibly give to somebody else if you don't have what to give to somebody else.